If you're self-employed and you've just been winging it, you're in the right place. Winging it isn't a strategy. I'm Angelique.
And I'm Donnell.
And today we're talking about something that's exciting as watching paint dry, but
1,000 times more important.
it's financial safety nets.
So let's get real for a second. You're out there hustling, building your dream business, and everything's going great, right? But let me ask you this. What's your plan? If, let's say, that dream business suddenly turns into a nightmare, do you have a safety net? Or are you just winging it?
Winging it isn't a strategy, folks. So today we're diving into why every self-employed person needs a financial safety net.
So first, let's talk about the risk. I'm talking about the big ones, like the unexpected illness or a sudden drop in business or even the global pandemic. Yeah, remember that little thing?
So let's talk about why you need a safety net.
A financial safety net is basically your backup plan. It's the money you have set aside to cover your butt when things go south. Think of it as airbags in your car. You hope to never need them, but when you do, aren't you glad you have them?
A financial safety net isn't just for paranoid people, it's for anyone who wants to sleep at night without waking up in a cold sweat. That's all of us, right? The point is, stuff happens, and when it does, you need to be prepared. Now you might be thinking, Donnell, I'm too busy building my empire to worry about this. And to that I say, there's a reason why 48% of entrepreneurs don't have a retirement plan. So how do we avoid these financial disasters?
So here's what you need to do. Start by setting aside some cash. And wait a minute. You know that's not how we do it. What I mean by that is you have to pay yourself first. And you might think that's easy. But for most entrepreneurs and small businesses, what do? They put 100% of their revenue back into the business. So when I say pay yourself first, before you pay a bill, before you pay an expense, you put your money to work for you. You put your money in a position so that if anything comes about, you're in a position to now be able to handle it. Experts suggest at least 6 months worth of living expenses. Well, I say this. How about 10 to 25% of your revenue should be going towards your machine to serve as your safety net?
This isn't money that goes to buy your new iPhone or to invest in Bitcoin. This is just your emergency fund that stays put until you absolutely need it. But there's something even better you can do with it. You can put it to use while it's waiting in case you need it.
And use it to build compound interest over time. And what's compound interest, you ask? It's your money making money, and the money that your money makes continues to make you more money.
Next, consider insurance, health insurance, disability insurance, even life insurance.
Right. We insure our home, we insure our health, we insure our dogs, right? We insure our pets. But why don't we hear as much about income insurance? Because at the core of what we're discussing today, that's exactly what it's about. It's about income insurance, putting your money into a vehicle that can not only take care of things if you're no longer with us, but also to serve as supplemental income if, for whatever reason, your business was impacted or your income was lost and or reduced.
And we're not just talking about one type of income.
Right. This is about diversifying your income or having a diversified stream of income.
So don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Find other ways to bring in money as well. So if one of your sources dries up, you're not left high and dry. This is important because most don't realize there is an actual wealth equation, meaning there's a mathematical equation that assists you in how to generate wealth. So where you put your money is of utmost importance. The vehicle should be secure. It should have the ability to compound. And the one major factor that people tend to forget about is it should involve leverage.
So what could a financial safety net look like for someone who's self-employed? Let's take a look at some different examples of clients that we've served.
So we've got Sarah. She uses a first position home equity line of credit, not just for flexible access to low interest credit, but she can also use it for unexpected business expenses as well as investment opportunities. And then when you throw in a properly structured cash value life insurance policy like an index universal life insurance policy with leverage, she now has a policy that grows her cash value significantly and provides a death benefit, giving her both the growth potential and financial security that her family needs.
And then she uses Velocity Banking. She uses it to manage her business debts efficiently, accelerating her debt payoff and increasing cash flow through the use of her first position HELOC. That's not all she's using though.
She also has a self-directed 401k that's not just used for retirement income, but she also has the full autonomy to be able to use it to invest in non-traditional investments like real estate, land, subject tos, you name it, she's able to do it.
But our girl Sarah is all about that passive income, that mailbox money, which if you've been here for a while, you know that's our favorite kind of money. She also invests in rental properties and dividend-paying stocks, generating a steady stream of passive income that adds another layer of financial security.
So do you remember John and Lisa? They both have properly structured IULs with leverage that not only serve as life insurance, but they also accumulate that same cash value that allows them to be able to leverage it and use for future investment. And don't forget this part, and this part is most important. It is also designed to produce supplemental retirement income for them.
They each have their own self-directed 401k accounts, which has a lot of benefits for them. Not only does it allow them to invest in a mix of real estate, private equity, and other high growth potential assets, but they're also able to commingle funds to invest. That's pretty big.
And because they understand the value of being able to invest in non traditional investments, that's why this HSA that they have is so important. They contribute to their HSA, ensuring that they will have tax advantage savings for medical expenses, while also leveraging this vehicle to also invest in non traditional investments.
And that includes passive investments, that mailbox money that we were talking about. They invested in a diversified portfolio of self-storage properties and peer-to-peer lending programs. This creates multiple streams of passive income. They're killing it. But let's talk about David for a second. David's safety net looks a little bit different. Some of the key parts to his safety net include a first position HELOC. Now, he gets to leverage this HELOC to finance new property acquisitions, renovations, ensuring that he always has capital available for opportunities. Because he understands leverage, which is one of the most important keys, he's able to also help his friends and fellow investors gain access to their capital, so that increases his leverage there too.
And speaking of leverage, he also has a properly structured cash value life insurance policy that involves leverage. His IUL serves dual purposes, providing a death benefit as well as accumulating significant cash value through leveraged investments.
And because David is fam and he's been here for a minute, he uses velocity banking, of course, to rapidly pay off his first position HELOC and increase his available cash flow for reinvestment.
And to bridge the gap between where he is today and that steady, secure retirement income, David has transitioned one of his previous employer plans into a fixed indexed annuity. This annuity provides guaranteed payouts for life, adding stability as well as diversity to his portfolio.
Combining velocity banking with the first position HELOC is how we paid off our home in less than 5 years. It's a powerful strategy, so don't sleep on that.
Which brings us to Emily. She's one of our tech entrepreneurs. Emily uses a home equity line of credit to manage not just her cash flow needs for a startup, but also to invest in technology ventures.
In addition, she has an IUL with leverage. Her IUL policy offers a death benefit and builds cash value, as we've said before. Emily will now have financial security, financial stability, no matter what life brings, right? And that's kind of the whole point. That's the point of a safety net. This makes her safety net extremely strong because it's tied to her, right? It's only one thing in life that we're guaranteed. We don't need to talk about it, but it's true. So she gets to leverage the strongest part of her financial safety net while she's still here.
And we talk a lot about putting yourself in a position so that you can retire early. And that leverage IUL is absolutely one of those vehicles that can do that. But we talk about also there's many ways to 10. So in addition to that IUL, Emily also has a SEP IRA. Emily contributes to the SEP IRA, which allows her to benefit from the higher contribution limits and the tax advantages. So even though she's focused on retiring early, she also has a vehicle that's going to be available to her when she does finally hit I'll call it the standard retirement age, that's producing supplemental income for her as well. So it's a double threat.
Emily's been here for a while, so she's got passive investments, which means she's got mailbox money.
And lastly, we've got Michael. And Michael is I'll call it a solid representation of a large portion of our population. That is the serial entrepreneur. He's got a lot of ventures, he's got his hand in a lot of different things.
Michael has an IUL with leverage, and his IUL policy acts as both the life insurance policy and a vehicle for supplemental tax-free income. The tax-free income is the sole purpose for him having one. Michael doesn't have kids or a family to support with this income. Michael loves the fact that he can take advantage of this leverage anytime, and he doesn't have to wait until retirement age.
And Michael's been with us a while, so he fully understands velocity banking, how to optimize debt repayment and free up his cash flow for the contributions to his leverage IUL. And in addition, Michael has a self-directed 401k. And just like he's a serial entrepreneur, he also has a fairly diverse portfolio invested in everything from real estate, venture capital, and other alternative investments.
And because of all of that, Michael has passive investments, so he has mailbox money. He also has a robust portfolio of rental properties and high dividend stocks that provide constant and consistent passive income.
Making sure your diversified streams of income also includes these factors has the ability to ensure maximum growth. So, to sum it up,
Stop winging it.
get yourself a financial safety net, set aside some cash, get insured, and diversify your income.
It's not glamorous,
But it is very necessary.
So, what does your financial safety net look like? If you don't have one, what could your financial safety net look like?
And remember, the moral of the story here is not this or that. It's this and that. It all matters. There are many ways to 10. And this is just a small example of how some of the people that we work with have gotten there.
If somebody wants to go over their financial safety net with you, what would they do?
The easiest thing to do is just to jump on the calendar. I'm easily accessible to be able to talk through what the opportunities are. Here's what I ask though: come prepared. There are some things that you need to know. There's some things that you should already know before you even talk to me. One of them is, what are your numbers?
And in the next video, we'll talk about how to evaluate your current financial health because you can't fix what you don't know is broken. Stay safe, stay smart, and remember, a little planning now can save you a lot of heartache and headache in the future. I'm Angelique.
And I'm Donnell.
And our goal is to help you
get self-directed.
And to do that, join us on this next video. We'll see you there.
Am I pointing the right way?
It's this way. No.
All right. Yeah. We'll see you there.